Hi, Jen Gilchrist here. Happy to be doing another weekly Oracle card reading for the week of December 5th through 11th. Now we have a full moon coming up here on the 7th of December. And so you'll want to, the first thing that was coming through before I even pull any cards is just really being aware of what is it that you're feeling, what is bubbling up for you that may not either be feeling so good or working out so well. This is really powerful information for you to recognize the things that are misaligned, right? Every time that we set our intentions to desire or to create more for ourselves in our life, everything misaligned is going to bubble up. And so using and working with the energy of the full moon is a great opportunity to allow extra cosmic support, really, in releasing and letting go of those things that are not serving you, that would really inhibit you from creating what it is you want to create next, right? So this is really the first step of the creation process, is recognizing what thoughts, ideas, feelings, patterns that are showing up for you that you might want to shift and change. And the highlight of the moon energy is always going to make us more aware and more sensitive to recognizing these things if we're open to receiving those messages, right? Sometimes especially this time of year, because we're heading into the holidays on top of it, the tendency can sometimes be the unconscious disconnection from our body, when really we're being called to ground more fully so that we can be present, as opposed to running into our maybe unconscious coping patterns of escapism or numbing or disconnecting. Lean into it, because that is really powerful information that you can work with to let go and release so that you can step into your next level of joy, happiness, abundance, health, wealth, whatever it is that you're desiring. So let's go ahead and see what else is coming through. That just came up as I was preparing. I'm like, oh, this is an important message to share to begin with. So just as that reminder, you can use different rituals as well if you'd like around the full moon, of course, but just using even your meditation or journaling space to just have the conscious awareness of what's coming up, what you want to release, what you want to let go of is really going to go a long way. So let's take a look here. This week says, great adventure, take a risk and venture forward. So the first thing I'm feeling is this is a validation for most of you, right? This is a great validation that whatever ideas you've been having, whatever you've been working towards, and for some of you, it does feel like a new idea or an expanded part of your business, perhaps. I know many of the people that are called to watch me are here to be of purpose and service work in the world, feel called to their spiritual calling. And so this is really about, this validation of leaning in, taking action. And this is about getting into action with these ideas that you've had. Now, this could be a brand new idea, a new business, a book. It could be many things. It could be something that's more personal to you in your personal life and not about business as well. But this is about really taking that leap of faith, taking that risk, really trusting your intuition and beginning to get into action. And really, it's also highlighting that this is going to be a lot of fun. Part of our purpose work, how we're here to serve in the world can show up in many different ways, and we'll often evolve and grow as we evolve and grow our business, and how we show up and serve is going to change and shift as well. And so sometimes I think there's this elusiveness of like, what exactly is my purpose? And I know I was there for a long time, and it can put us in our head, but just know that I'm feeling the great adventure is just making me feel like your passions, your desires, your excitement, follow that, lean into that, because that is a signpost that this is the direction that you're being called to do. Now, sometimes we might hit fears, doubts, uncertainties, and things that, of course, we have to work through, because our miracles and our purpose and our desires are on the other side of some kind of fear. And so that's really what I was speaking to as we opened the reading, which is, this is a great opportunity as you set these intentions for desiring more, whether it's a relationship, more money, creating a new business, more happiness, whatever it might be. Everything misaligned to that is going to show up so that you can be aware of it, to release, shift, and step into the energy and step into the actions that are really going to support you in creating that, right? And so that's really what I'm feeling here. Most of you, I feel, know what that is. Lean into that, take action, get going, do the inner work. If you're hitting fear, clean that up, right? Use this opportunity this week to clean that up and take action anyways. And sometimes we have to feel the fear and take action anyways. And sometimes we might have to visit what it is that's coming up for us so that we can have more ease and grace in the process of our action taking process with creating what we're desiring. All right, it's kind of a tongue twister of thoughts. All right. Oh, I love it. So the next card, and I really just look at them one at a time, but reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. Oh, I love this, right? So this is, again, both of these are really it's really calling you into action. Trust the information, take a leap of faith. I mean, most of the time we're going to have to take a leap of faith, especially if you're looking at creating your own business, because there is something on the other side of fear, right? There is a level of trusting yourself, trusting the process, knowing that you're good enough. Like there's just so many different layers, I would say, of internal healing that goes into us being able to create a business. It really forces us into deeper levels of work with ourselves as well. A lot of times, especially with those that are called to watching me, you're not here to just create success for the money and that's it, burnout, whatever, doesn't matter. No, I know that you're here to create a world, to create a better place in the world, to be of service, but to also experience, you can experience wealth while you're also experiencing impact, but it's not you're sacrificing to your detriment. And so that's what I'm feeling here, is just that you can have it all if you give it to yourself, but we have to do that inner work to align with it. And reaching your destination just feels, again, like another validation. I'm also seeing something here, like I see a butterfly, which was reminding me of transformation. Like you're in the process of really transforming your inner world and as you transform your inner world and begin to take action from that new energy, because new ideas and inspiration will come as well. As you begin to take that action, it starts to ground into reality. And what I'm seeing here is like, this might have felt like a far off dream or vision, or maybe not be super grounded. But as you continue to just lean forward into that action, taking leaps of faith, following your guidance, this will ground into reality, into the here and now, instead of always feeling like it's always in the future, right? So I feel like you've been working on something, perhaps a bigger goal or vision that might be feeling in the future, and you're ready to really ground that down into the present. The next card is empath. Reflect and redirect your energy. So this is really about using, like, I think kind of goes back to the beginning message. What's coming up for you? Are you, when we're at an impasse, we have to make a decision or a choice. We have free will of choice. Just because we have it written in our charts or astrology or in our Akashic records or in our human design or whatever modality you want to use, I love them all. They're all great tools. But just because the potential is there doesn't mean it's guaranteed. We have to choose it. And I feel like there is a point that, like, if there's an impasse, there's often a cross in the roads where we have to make a decision. Do we want to keep doing the same old thing, or do we want to take a leap of faith, perhaps, in some ways? Or, what are our actions and our mind and our thoughts actually doing? Every thought, idea, and action is going to be leading us towards our higher self and purpose and alignment, or against. Some are going to have small impact, some are going to have large impact in either direction. And so it just feels like you're here to make a decision to really, what would your future self thank you for? Like, what is it that person who's already living that dream that you have and know is possible for you, but maybe is not quite manifested for you? Like, who is that person being? How are they showing up in the world? I feel like boundaries is a big thing. For many of you, this is going to be about boundaries on time, on energy, on money, on focus, on where is it that you're focusing your time and energy and money, right? Is it that you need to create boundaries so that you have time and space for whatever it is you're creating? I feel like for the majority, this is about lining up with your purpose work. That's just who I tend to attract and what I feel most strongly. But this can also be, again, for other things that we desire in our life, anything we desire. We have free will of choice. And so we have to often change our thoughts and our actions in order to create a new reality, right? And so, reflect and redirect your energy. I'm just feeling a large message is going to be around these boundaries of time and energy, and just noticing what is it that needs to shift in order to create the space and alignment to be a match for what it is that you're calling in and asking to create, right? Or that your soul is even guiding you, that is possible for you to create. Now, I do see also the squirrel. I read very intuitively, so I just kind of check out what messages are coming in. So I feel like the squirrel's representing, for me, it's like you've been in preparation mode. For some of you might still be in preparation mode to a degree, but I feel like really this is like you're in preparation mode and you're being called into action just based on the other cards, right? You sit there, it's almost like the little yellow brick road, it's kind of like, oh, I've been in preparation, now take action with that preparation, even before you feel fully ready. There's no guarantee. Sometimes we want to not take action. We want the guarantee first. It's just not how it works. Often we have to take that leap of faith in the direction of our dreams and trust and allow ourselves to be supported in the process. And in doing that, we're up-leveling our energy and we're fast-tracking our success, right? And so use that, use your spiritual support, follow your intuition, trust and ask, what is the next best step for me? And really think about, is this thought, or is this, and am I really creating the time and space that my future self is going to thank me for? Am I really, what can I do if I'm not, in order to create that? And it might be about really creating more time and space for the priorities and things that you desire, and not putting yourself or your business or your ideas on the back burner, whether that's due to fear or due to busying yourself with obligations to others or to things that don't really support that larger vision and dream that you have. All right. So I hope that makes sense for you. Exciting things. I have a free gift that might be very valuable. I was like, what could it be? What would be supportive here? And I'm feeling called to share my Embrace Your Spirit Guide meditation. I know working with your spiritual support team and really learning to cultivate that trust and guidance with your angels, your guides, and with God, with the universe, right? However your spiritual support beliefs really are, I know that there is a higher opportunity to be guided. And when we learn how to communicate with our angels and guides, they can really support us and help us fast track. And I know it's helped me really take leaps of faith that I maybe otherwise would have not taken had I felt like I had to figure it out and do it all myself, right? So it's a free meditation. I'm just going to put that in the description area for you. If you'd like to check it out, I'd love to hear how this resonated. If it resonated, please share, like, comment. I'm really working here and just putting my attention on growing this platform here on YouTube. So I would love your support in that. And I'd love to hear how it goes for you. What are you creating? Let's support one another as well on that bigger vision. All right. I look forward to talking with you again soon. Bye for now.